Remember when cars felt like a glimpse into the future? Back when every new model year brought features that promised to change our lives on the open road? Well, some of those ideas stuck around, becoming the everyday comforts we take for granted. But others? They vanished like a puff of smoke from a V8 engine. Today, we're taking a nostalgic cruise down memory lane to uncover 10 car innovations that did not stand the test of time. These are the forgotten features that promised convenience, luxury, or even just a little bit of flair, but ultimately sputtered out. The rumble seat, a bumpy ride for backseat drivers. Imagine piling into the back of a car, completely exposed to the elements. That was the rumble seat, popular from the 1920 to the 1930. It was an open-air compartment, usually found in coupes and roadsters, that popped out of the trunk. While it offered a unique wind-in-your-hair experience for extra passengers, it was far from safe or comfortable in bad weather. As cars became more enclosed and safety became a bigger concern, the rumble seat quickly faded away. Pop-up headlights, the coolest blinkers. For a while, in the 1970 and 80, pop-up headlights were the epitome of cool on sporty cars. Think about the Corvette or the Mazda Miata. Their hidden headlights would dramatically flip up when needed. This design allowed for sleeker, more aerodynamic front ends during the day. However, they were mechanically complex, prone to braking, and posed a safety risk in a collision. Newer, more efficient headlight designs eventually made these flashy features disappear. Your soundtrack on the go. Before cassettes, CDs, or even 8-tracks, some adventurous car companies tried putting record players right into the dashboard in the late 1950s. Imagine spinning your favorite 45S while cruising. These players, like the Highway Hi-Fi, use special, thicker records to prevent skipping. Unfortunately, even those special records couldn't stand up to the bumps and turns of the road, leading to a lot of scratch vinyl and frustrated drivers. Swivel seats, easy entry, dizzying exits. In the 1960s and 70s, some cars, like certain AMC models, featured front seats that could swivel outwards. The idea was simple: make it easier for people to get in and out of the car, especially in tight dresses or suits. While it seemed like a clever convenience, the mechanism added complexity and weight. Plus, in the event of an accident, a swiveling seat was far less secure than a fixed one, leading to their eventual removal from designs. Self-leveling headlights, aiming for perfection, sometimes. Back in the day, some luxury cars in the 1960s and 70s tried out self-leveling headlights. The concept was smart. Sensors would detect how much weight was in the car and automatically adjust the headlight beam so you wouldn't blind oncoming drivers, especially when carrying heavy loads. While a good idea in theory, the early systems were often complex, expensive, and prone to malfunction, making them more trouble than they were worth. Vacuum-operated wipers, a slower, steadier pace. Before electric motors became standard, many cars from the 1920s through the 1960s used vacuum-powered windshield wipers. These wipers worked off the engine's vacuum pressure. The problem? When you accelerated or went uphill, the engine's vacuum would drop, and the wipers would slow down, sometimes to a crawl. It was a frustrating experience in a sudden downpour, and electric wipers quickly replaced them for consistent performance. Fender skirts, streamlined style, practical problems. Popular from the 1930s to the 1950s, fender skirts were covers that enclosed the upper portion of the rear wheel. They gave cars a sleek, streamlined, and more finished look, especially on luxury models. However, they made changing a tire a much more complicated affair, as you had to remove the skirt first. As car design moved towards more functional aesthetics and roadside tire changes became more common, fender skirts became a thing of the past. Hood ornaments, majestic emblems that vanished. From soaring eagles to leaping jaguars, elaborate hood ornaments were once a symbol of prestige and luxury on cars from the early 20th century through the 1950s. They were works of art, distinguishing one brand from another. But as safety regulations became stricter, especially concerning pedestrian safety in collisions, these proud symbols were deemed too dangerous. Modern car designs also favored cleaner, less obstructed lines, leading to their decline. BB radios, the original social network on wheels. Before cell phones, if you wanted to chat with fellow drivers or get real-time traffic updates, you tuned into a Citizens Band CB radio. Hugely popular in the 1970s, especially with truckers, CBs created a unique community on the highways, complete with their own slang. 10-4, good buddy! While still used by some, the widespread adoption of cell phones and GPS navigation systems made the dedicated CB radio largely obsolete for the average driver. Two tops, two halves, half the problem. In the 1970 and 80, T-tops offered a cool compromise between a full convertible and a regular coupe. These removable glass panels above the driver and passenger provided an open-air feeling without the full commitment or structural weakness of a soft top. While stylish, they were notorious for leaking, road noise, and the panels were often cumbersome to store. Modern sunroofs and full convertibles offered better solutions without the hassle. It's truly fascinating to look back at these innovations, isn't it? Each one was a bold idea, a step towards what engineers and designers believed would make driving better. While they didn't all make it to the modern age, they certainly left their mark on automotive history. What old car features do you remember that didn't last? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend who loves classic cars, and subscribe for more nostalgic journeys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.